Hello everybody, it's Anders here, recording the final two missions of a maximum difficulty playthrough of the original campaign. And as you can see, I'm playing with the Battletech extended 3025 mod because it's kind of an awesome mod. It increases the variety of mechs found in the game by a factor of 2 or maybe even 3. So it's a much more varied experience, and also there are some minor gameplay changes, but mainly it's about more and more mech models in the game. Many fan favorites like the Marauder and Phoenix Hawk and so on. So let's go ahead and continue the campaign. I'm going to show you the difficulty screen very soon, and there are a few options that I didn't change, the reward options, because I played with the actual maximum difficulty before, minimum rewards and very slow mech warrior progression, but it wasn't really fun. These options didn't make the game more difficult, but rather more boring and a long grind to get anything done, to get some upgrades. So in this playthrough I decided to stick with all the Ironman obviously, and 8 parts for the max, hard enemies, no rare salvage, lethality. I have some casualties I'm going to show you, but I did go with normal payment rewards and slow mech warrior progression instead of very slow, because that's kind of the optimum point for me, so that the game is very difficult but not so boring that I have to play the same mission, basically same missions over and over to gain some upgrades. So let's check out the mech warriors. I have the 2 casualties. I don't have any maxed out pilots yet, but I do have some pilots which are very near to being maxed out. All their skills are as necessary. And let's remember our fallen ones. The memorial wall. Glitch died on day 422. Well, the enemy Wolverine, it just had 1 physical attack, but it was a head hit, and that was that for poor Glitch. And Overheat, in a combat which was basically already won, but there was just one last attack by this enemy Ostrak, and one of the large lasers of the Ostrak hit the head, and again, because there was a previous head hit on Overheat's mech, and he has fallen in combat. And as you can see, he was quite an advanced mech warrior, so that was a painful loss. Okay, let's review the hardware that we have. I really wanted to get 2 assault mechs, one additional assault mech in addition to the Highlander that you receive from the campaign as a gift from Kame Arano. But in the end I decided to go in with just 1 assault mech and 3 heavies, and let's hope for the best. I think I'm confident I can do the final missions with this setup. So, but before I go into that, my company logo, this is my favorite logo from the available logos, is this kind of rabbit bunny, and this company logo is painted on the wall of the hangar behind the mechs, and with some mechs it looks like as if they have bunny ears, so that's kind of funny. It looks best on the Wolverine. Okay, this is the Highlander from the campaign that you get as a gift from Kamiya after you locate the Starleague depot and escape, etc., etc. And I obviously retain the ghost rifle and add in a rare autocannon 5 and some extra ballistics because there are no modded ghost rifles, so it helps, and also a total of 20 LRM tubes and some cockpit modification to resist injuries. because this is a direct fire mech, so I need to put it in harm's way quite often. The other two mechs are straightforward LRM boats, each with two LRM-20s. This is the Orion. This was the first heavy mech I got in the game, and I bought it for about somewhere between 8 or 9 million C-bills. Because since I'm playing on maximum difficulty, getting 8 mech parts it's not so easy. So I was able to buy a heavy mech before I was able to put together one. The other two mechs, the Archer and Grasshopper, I put them together from scraps, 8 pieces, so and that required some patience, especially the Grasshopper. The Archer is very similar to the Orion twin LRM-20s. Well, not exactly, but very similar, 40 LRM tubes. And since this setup on LRM-15 and 5 laid less than an LRM-20, there is some weight saving available for 8 targeting system. And the final mech, which I dubbed the serial killer because it really is the Grasshopper. This mech is pure terror when equipped properly, with plus 10 damage medium lasers, plus 10 damage small lasers, and some machine guns because, well, there is only so much heat that a mech can handle. And it's decked out with 6 double heat sinks. Basically all the double heat sinks from the Highlander. I moved them over here because the Highlander doesn't really need those double heat sinks. And also this is the first mech build that I ever created, and let me tell you, I already played 400 hours this game, 400 hours. This is the first mech design where I'm using a weapon exchanger, minus 20% weapon heat, because only on energy weapon boats is this equipment piece a viable one. So I'm glad that I was finally able to make use of one. So the total damage output is 335 of this mech, and that's very, very impressive. So without further ado, let's go ahead and kick the Espinosa's asses. Since I have played through the campaign multiple times, I'm familiar with the opposition. I believe that out of the 2 final linked missions, the first one is the one that's more complicated, because there are a total of 12 to combat. And even though you have the help from some allies and the turrets after they are reprogrammed, etc., etc., it's still a long grind, and it's possible that you run out of ammunition and so on. And I'm mostly out, besides the Grasshopper, all of my mechs are ammunition based, so I need to watch that. So yeah, I'm going to maybe just change the pilots around a bit to use the best ones for this mission. So yeah, over there, Archer over there, yeah. Yeah, I think we are ready for this mission. Let's go. Oh no, I think I'm going to use Medusa for the Archer. Okay. My last playthrough, maximum difficulty playthrough, ended with a disastrous Panzer defense mission because I forgot how fast those Sleipnir APCs are, and before I could say WTF, one of the Sleipnirs got inside the compound and the mission was failed. And well, since it was a hardcore playthrough, that was that. So in this playthrough I took extra care not to fail that mission. I bought a Victor and went out of the base to hunt for those Sleipnirs, because an autocannon 20, a heavy autocannon, is able to one-shot a Sleipnir. So that mission went perfectly without any issues, and I even got the bonus mission objective.
Command interface initiated.
So here we are, the final push against the Espinosas, the traitorous Espinosas, and there is an initial defending lance plus some turrets, and it's interesting here because one of your allies, the APC, is going to reprogram the turrets, so any turrets that you don't kill will help you against the other two lances that get dropped into this combat mission. And thankfully there is a forest cover available. That's good, because obviously I can make use of Bulwark then. Yeah, that's another forest. And the Grasshopper is sprinting along to make some good kills. So let's review. I think it's a Jenner, I don't know, it's a Vindicator. That's one of the turrets. Two turrets, yes, 65. Not too heavy resistance so far. And I think I'm going to reserve and let them fire on me. I think the AI prioritizes your mechs, which is great, because if they would target the APCs, they wouldn't last very long. So there is one turret, one turret. Oh, I'm going to check out. Let's use the Highlander first to punch some holes into the defense. Okay, I would need to leave forest cover to fire over that door. Okay, I'm going to use this one because I really need the forest cover. Orion and a heavy laser turret. Let's go for the Orion. And I'm going to reserve and let the enemy fire on the Highlander. No, they don't want to fire on the Highlander. Okay, that's fine. Mech. I think I'm going to kill that laser turret. Oh, what kind of firepower does it have? That's too much. I'm going to kill it. So that's taken care of. And yes, we have some allies here. A PPC, Shrek PPC carrier. Successfully hit the Orion. Okay, what else do we have? Should we kill that turret as well? Probably. Well, not many options for targets, so I'm going to shoot at the Orion. Well, it's unsteady, yeah, so that's good because it limits its mobility. And we are going to take some return fire. Yeah.
Okay, it's official. Rumble seeds
So
are a
that's
bad idea.
probably
And
an
I don't
alarm
like being
turret.
shot at. I really don't.
And we have the Grasshopper and the option to... Which one didn't move yet? Oh, that one. No, it's the turret which didn't move yet, okay. Do we have enough firepower to kill the turret? Well, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Those are heavy turrets, so I'm going to fire at the Orion instead. What is it? Oh, it's a shredder turret. That's not good. But maybe we are out of range. Maybe. Some more return fire. Oh, even more. Okay. They will stop sometime soon. Okay. Yeah, there's even more turrets over there. Ah, that shredder turret needs to go. That's just too much damage. I think I'm going to reserve and let the enemy come to me, please. Why are the snipers charging ahead? That's not good. That's very not good. I really need to go ahead and take the fire. Take the fire for the APCs. Yeah. So there is a forest over there. So the Alpha Strike is not enough to kill it in one turn, but it will be gone soon. And we are also going for the Orion as well. So next up I'm going to move the Archer. Orion is unsteady. And the enemy target the Archer. That's a necessary risk I had to take, putting it outside a forest hex, because I couldn't risk losing the Sleipnirs, because that's a mission fail. So, and now some... So that's a good position. Move the target, one for the Orion, one for the turret. No, not the military building. One for the Orion and one for the turret. Yes. That's going to be knocked down, and I will be able to target fire it with the Grasshopper. Sadly, the catapult targeted the Sleipnirs, so that's not good. Yeah, I think that's... alpha strike. And it's gone. So that's the heaviest firepower out of the mech lance. And now the turrets return fire. One. Oh, we have another Shrek PPC carrier, and they are making good damage to the catapult. That's pretty nice. A heavy sniper turret going for my archer. Sensor lock and another LR for the Grasshopper. That's the Jenner, I believe. That's the last one to move, yeah. Okay, so round 4, what do we have? We have the Jenner, the Vindicator, and oh, the catapult. The catapult. I think the catapult is going to be the next target. Does it have an initiative of 2? Yes, it does. The Jenner doesn't have defenses. I think I'm going to reserve, let the enemy make its turns. That is actually very dangerous, but okay, so that's one.
Give us a moment. We'll modify their targeting protocol.
Oh, it attacked me physically. The Grasshopper, I believe. Where is it? Oh, it attacked the Grasshopper. And that was a leg hit. That's not good, but I think we will survive. So there is a LRM turret. And the risk is that they are going to fire the Sleipnirs because it barely survived. So we need to... There are 3 turrets. Oh god, oh god, oh god. The priority is to protect. Jenner has moved, Catapult has moved, the Vindicator has moved, so that means, and we don't need to concern ourselves with the Jenner because that APC is already in. All we need to concentrate on this one. So let's see. We are going to take some heavy return fire. So maybe it would be best if I just braced myself. Difficult decision, difficult decision. That's another shredder turret to make some fun out of it. I think I'm going to go for that alarm turret. To reduce the number of turrets. So yeah, that's one. pretty bad, like that one of the autocannons missed. We will need to take care of that with the Orion. I think I'm just going to stay here and shoot at the Vindicator and that turret. I have to knock down the Vindicator so its initiative is only 2, and then the sniper will be able to get in. And the Shredder turret doesn't see the Sleipnir, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so more fighting. That's going to be steady. I hope they're going to hit the catapult. Yes, and that's some good damage. Oh, we are going to protect the Sleipnirs, okay. So, well, we have the ability to knock down the Vindicator, so that's what we are going to do. And the Sleipnir is in.
Give us a moment and we'll rewrite their targeting protocols.
Okay, so they are in. The Sleipnir has armor from the rear and the catapult is probably not going to attack it. So I think we can go for the Jenner. Yeah. That's one Jenner erased out of existence by the awesome firepower of the Grasshopper. So the Vindicator got up, so that's not good. That is fired on us, our max. That's not a big problem. Okay, so the enemy has only one mech that it can move, catapult, which can able to backshot. So that's a good position. That's an even better position. And we are going to go for the Vindicator. And it's done. Only the catapult left. Oh, we took some minor damage. That catapult is a goner. No more a threat. And we have one more mech that we can use to destroy it. If we can gain some distance to use our LRMs. Yeah. Okay, so new turn. The catapult only has an initiative of 2, so we have 2 mechs that we can move before it moves. And I think the best idea would be to go for another back attack, because I already back attacked it with the Orion, so I'm going to repeat that with the Archer. Hopefully know some side work from the behind. Not quite, but it's unsteady, and already heavily into internal damage. No, I'm too far to... No, I can make a shot from here. That's not even going to overheat me. Okay. This is the final attack of the catapult. It's going to fire on the PPC carrier. Thank you much for playing. This is your last turn that you are in combat. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go it from behind to finish the job that the other LRM boats started. Right torso is gone. What is left of this mech really? Not much. Well, that's beyond minimum range. Below minimum range, but the torso is destroyed. So that's all the defenders destroyed. And now we have time to reposition ourselves to brace for the incoming attack. Because 2 more lenses need to be destroyed in this mission, but we are doing pretty well. Okay, so the first phase of the mission is done. And we are going into defensive mode. Just repositioning ourselves to be near the protected Farah who needs to be protected. There is this brief lull in the mission. Sadly, the PPC carriers don't come into this space because that would help us, but still we have some turrets, so that's fine. Okay. Do I need to put all 4 of my mechs inside? Okay, let's do that. No, it's the first mech. Okay.
And On that note, I'm going radio silent for a bit. I need to concentrate while I work on this. I'll be in touch soon.
Commander, be advised. I'm seeing heavy activity on all Directorate comm channels. You're about to have company.
Incoming enemies. Finally, I was getting bored by all this non-shooting. So let's move around a bit to get some good firing positions. The Grasshopper in the middle. Yeah. Well, the LRMX, they can take up any positions, not that important. And they are here. They're probably going to execute the PPC carriers pretty quickly, but at least that's a distraction. I'm going to take that less damage. Okay, so what do we have here? That's a heavy lens. Yeah, heavy lens. First we need to have eyes on the target. We want to have a position with cover as well, because I'm going to take some heavy return fire. That's too much firepower. I think I'm just going to jump over there and sensor lock one of the mechs. Doesn't matter, the Orion. That's some good damage already, and an unsteady mech.
APC down, Commander.
So the APC is destroyed, but we don't need it anymore, so that's not a problem. Do we have a target for the Highlander? A direct fire, line of fire? Yes, we do. Okay. Probably going to get a knockdown on the... Now it's unsteady again. Yeah, they are going to waste some ammunition on the other sniper, which is our, again, absolutely fantastic. And now that's a bit plus no small amount of damage. Yeah. Right torso destroyed. That's only half of an Orion already. Yes, yes. Kill the snipers. It's very important. It's quite funny. They are going some pretty good damage, I have to say. And now the turrets even. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay, so it's a new turn, and one of the fast mechs, which was called, yeah, it's a Crusader already moved. A quick draw, Archer and Orion. We are going to finish the Orion, and the best way to do so is, of course, the Grasshopper, the serial killer. That would have been a perfect position, because that gives cover, but from that position I can't see the Orion. Okay, I'm going to take that one. How much? Oh, I'm not going to overheat for this little center torso left. Okay, so we killed 1 out of 4. And I'm going to reserve and let the enemy make their moves. 2 more. Some damage to the Grasshopper, not too heavy. I think I'm inside the minimum range of the LRMs. That's the archer, yeah. There's also the quick throw, that's going to hit me with some lasers. What should be the next target? There is the Crusader, which has bulwark, and the archer, which doesn't. That makes it an obvious target. We are going to go for the archer. Can we target the archer? Yeah. That position allows us to get the direct fire at the archer. But first we are going for a stability damage salvo from the archer. Well, it only walked this turn, so it has entrenched probably. Some damage on the quick throw, not too heavy. Still have 3 evasion pips and no more enemies left, so more stability damage, I believe that would be better. If I do multi-target, then I can do breaching shots, and I think I'm going to go for the quick throw. Yeah. Yeah, that's some good damage on the quick throw. Because it doesn't have a lot of armor, and we have 1 mech left. Yes, direct fire on the archer. The graphics shows that I'm shooting through the wall, but that's not an actual blocking wall. And now the PPC carriers, which are mysteriously moving away and not firing. They're doing some more damage. And now we can make our choice, because that archer is very close to knockdown. Then we are going to fire off a salvo to do exactly that. No, not the building, the archer. Yes. Okay. Archer is going down. And we have our serial killer can move next to it and finish the job. How much more center torso? 100 points. Then I'm going to fire off a full salvo. It's gone as well. Eliminated half of the sultans. That's another melee attack on the Grasshopper. Where did the hit go? Well, center back armor, okay. And the Crusader is standing not in the woods, so that gives us our next target. If I can have a direct line of fire on it, Apparently I can't. No. No firing position. That's a shame. The Crusader has hidden itself from the Highlander, which kind of understandable. So then we are going to fire on the quick throw. At least I can negate. At least I can negate the forest because I'm firing from behind. And now some other similar action. Now if I attack the... No. Now I'm going to fire a full salvo on the Crusader. No, it's better. Difficult decision. The Crusader has otherwise bulwark, so it goes into the woods, which are over there. It has 40% damage reduction, but my target number is only 56 for that. I'm going for the Crusader. And the quick throw is knocked down by the PPCs from the PPC carrier. That's very nice support. Target center torso. They were very, very helpful. And a third physical attack on the Grasshopper. Another leg hit. This is not good. I need to be very careful when fighting the third lance. Okay, so the Grasshopper is down. We don't need to bother ourselves with that, and the Crusader will be a target for the PPC carriers. So I'm going to reserve, and so I have the full power of my lance available. Well, let's start with a LRM salvo. Crusader, yeah. Reaching shot. Oh no, this Spy doesn't have reaching shot, I forgot. Okay. Now a reaching shot. Some damage. I'm going for the Crusader. And we have one last mech to finish the job with the quick draw. We don't need a whole lot of lasers for that. Yeah. Okay, so on the turrets and the PPC carriers are going to fire. Good, good, good. final enemy lance is inbound. And they dropped over there. And the Jenner stayed put. Okay. So what we need to do is finish this Crusader quickly. I hope that this salvo will be enough. Yeah, the SR ammo in the center torso was lit up. Okay, so that lens is fully gone, and now we have 4 other targets, a Jenner Jagermech and 2 assault mechs, a Battlemaster and a Banshee. So I believe the best way to do this, either target the Jenner. The Jenner has already moved, so that's great. Jagermech didn't move yet. I'm going to reserve and let the Jagermech move there. So yeah, the turrets are going to get targeted and they are going to die. That's fine. That's mighty fine. So that is going to give me cover, but then I'm not able to target either the Jagermech or the Jenner, which I want to target. Okay, it's going to be the Jagermech. So we have 2 LRM boats, and with one, I think I need to take. Oh, the Jenner is not visible, so that's sad. That means that we are going to fire on the Jagermech. Oh, that's a lucky hit. The autocannon ammo exploded in the center torso, so the Jagermech is gone forever. Now I have the... Okay, so if I move over there, I will be able to target the Jenner. Yes. That's great, that's fantastic. They are out of range for the PPC carriers. They're going to kill the turrets. That's fine. Oh, the Highlander is targeted. Okay. My allied PPC carriers are too far away. He's going to have a sniper, but he doesn't have it. Oh, he does have the firepower to kill King Hunter. That's the Battlemaster. It's already overheated. And now the remaining 1 sniper turret fires. 2 sniper turrets. Some more damage on the Highlander, and it's going to my turn now because the 2 assault mechs will only move 1 turn. So the Banshee is, oh, it's the Merrick variant. It has twin PPC, so that's not bad actually. There is the Battlemaster, which has a lot of firepower, but that one also overheats. So I don't think I can find a very suitable target for the Grasshopper. Oh wait, actually I can. So I'm going to use multi-target to hit the Banshee and remove one evasion pick from the general. What? I forgot to activate the other one? I'm not sure why it didn't fire. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going for it now. 55% is too high for me. Yeah, the leg is destroyed. I think actually the turrets can take care of that, so instead of that I'm going for the oh yes, that's a forest hex. That's a forest hex. That's great because I have core over there. So that's a knockdown. I think I'm going to go for a Banshee. Jenner is not so significant. Wow, that was a nice shot if I ever saw one on a turret. Some damage on the mint condition Orion, some bits of armor scraped off. Nothing to be concerned about. The Battlemaster is actually standing inside of a building, so it has bulwark cover available. The Jenner gets up. Maybe it gets up a physical attack, I don't know, but it's the end. Yeah. It's the end for these lands. All we need to do is kill the Battlemaster, that's our final target. I think I'm going to use the Grasshopper for the kill of the General. No. Multi-target. Let's hope it actually works this time. Okay. Well, I don't care about those two medium lasers. I'm going for the other. And some LRMs on a roll. It's unsteady, and that's going to be the end of this Battlemaster very soon. turrets are doing some nice damage. Unsteady again. And the general's final attack. Actually did some internal damage. And that Grasshopper is full of precious equipment. Like double heat sinks. Especially double heat sinks. Okay. So we need to knock down the Battlemaster and then finish it. And in order to do that, first we need to send a LRM salvo its way. So that's going to be a knockdown. And which means that our serial killer, the Grasshopper, can move in and finish the job. Or maybe not, but it's not going to last till after this hour. Oh, it's done. And now the poor Jenner, which has only one evasion pip. I believe that's the final enemy gone. We're well on our way to finish this campaign.
Attention, forces of the Orano Restoration. This is Commodore Samuel Ostergaard, formerly of the Concord Navy. As of today, I no longer serve my country. I come to you as a grieving father, not a Taurian sailor. My actions are my own. In 3 minutes' time, my ship will enter weapons range of your position. At that time, your lives will come to an abrupt end. I suggest you pray to whatever gods you...
Mission successful.
And we are done. Samuel Ostergaard's revenge is going to be denied. Oh, I thought the animation is already incoming, but that wasn't the case. Yeah, the serial killer made, I believe, 8 kills in this mission. Yeah, there's a lot of salvage which we don't really need anymore. Whatever. Okay. Let's watch some cutscene, I believe, if I remember correctly. About the final assault, the final vengeful assault of Samuel Ostergaard. I think the main story of this Battletech game is pretty good. There are lots of nice details in there, like using your background text to write some final showdown. Surprised Santiago Espinosa has given up. He's actually more reasonable than her daughter. And I'm not averse to some mech combat. It says the Grasshopper is damaged a bit. I think I'm going to take that one, and instead of the Archer, I'm going to take the Orion. So yeah, we need a recon pilot in that one. Yeah, I think we are done and ready to go. So the Grasshopper has some minor structural damage. The armor was repaired. I'm going to take that risk. This is the final battle. Even if I lose all 3 of my mechs and pilots, as long as Kamea survives and wins the battle, we have won the campaign. Sword of Restoration. I was quite anxious, I remember when I first played this battle, but if you are just patient enough and methodical about eliminating Victoria's lens, there shouldn't be any trouble. I mean, it's not a full assault lance. It has, I believe, 2 assaults and 2 heavies, or maybe 3 heavies on top of her assault or her custom King Crab. So that's not the most firepower.
Command interface initiated.
And on your side of the battle, there are some nice woods that you can take for cover. You can go into the water if you are overheated, but I like mostly cool running mechs which don't overheat very fast, so this should work out pretty well. So that's Kamiya's Atlas. It's a pretty good mech. It has some lost tech, and the only thing we need to take care of is that Kamiya doesn't get killed. Anything else is optional. Okay, enemy contact. Highlander and Orion. I believe he has a Cataphract and a Jagermech. The Jagermech is especially can be gone really fast. So what I'm going to do is just take cover behind. So that's the Cataphract, that's the Jagermech. Oh. Cover was eliminated. Okay. There is some 80 ton mech, which is an awesome variant, but not the 3 PPC one. I think I'm going to reserve and let the enemy move. That's not good that my nice piece of cover was eliminated. That's not nice, but I need to use those. Those are Terran pieces and not just columns. Okay. Oh, we can fire on cataphract. So that's what exactly what we are going to do. But now first a little LRM salvo. One to eliminate the deviation pip and one to ignore the cover. Yeah. One to negate the cover of the Jagermech. So I'm expecting to destroy the Jagermech first.
Dear cousin. Come closer.
It wasn't be able to fire on the Grasshopper yet. Okay. I'm going to go for the cataphract. Wow! That's a lucky shot if I ever saw one. I didn't see many ghost rifle head hits, but this battle is going to get done faster, even faster than expected. So that leaves us with the no target. Okay, only the Jagermech. Okay. So if I only fire the LRM-20, I can make use of the breaching shot, which Kamea has. Yeah, so it's either the LRM-20 or if I fire medium lasers, then we have the 40% damage reduction. I think I'm going to fire all weapons. And we have already done some serious damage. I'll let the Jagermech move. Okay, it's moved backwards some. Probably not being able to use the awesome firepower of the Grasshopper because we need to protect it from the firepower of the king crabs. So I'm just going to reserve and let the enemy come closer.
Send your landmates to me, Kamea. And watch.
That's one large laser. Nothing to be worried about, and this means that Kamea didn't guard with his mech. It doesn't have damage reduction. She doesn't have damage reduction. Okay, so just like last time, a double salvo. One to move an evasion pip from Victoria's king crab, and the other one to ignore the damage reduction on the awesome. So that's nice. Okay. Now we come forward with the Highlander. So even if the king crab targets it, targets the Highlander plus. Is it on autocannon range? No, it isn't. Then we're just going to use the long range firepower. And we already have some fracture damage. That's good. Yeah, the Jagermech is probably going to fire on the Grasshopper. Yeah. Some minor damage, nothing to be worried about. What matters is knocking down the king crab. think I'm going to be brave. Ah, I don't have visual. I think I'm going all out. Firing on its right side, so one autocannon is already destroyed and it's unsteady. That means that we can knock it down with the Atlas. The Highlander rather. It's already taken heavy damage. By the way, King Crab as a mech looks very cool. This is one of the coolest looking mechs in the game. What do we have? I have a Grasshopper. And now I can take the risk of so it's not gone yet, but it already has only one autocannon 20. And I believe its AI is only firing on camera. No, it did fire on the Grasshopper, but missed. That's fine. I think like we can be a bit more risk taker with camera. Yeah, let's finish off the King Crab. Some final words.
You left me no choice. But make no mistake. Justice has been served here today.
Largely the Highlander and the Grasshopper.
Of restoration.
But know that
Cormadeer is free.
and both of these mechs have okay. Now there is only just some mopping up left to do. Well, it has pretty heavy damage reduction, but it's only a matter of time. And the Awesome that has no visual on us. And there is no mech to spot for them. And to go for a future shot with the and I don't see it really from this distance, not visible. Okay, if you say so. This arena looks pretty nice, by the way, with the sunset and everything. Okay, so can we get a visual on that map or something? I don't suppose so. I'm just going to use the Highlander sensor lock for this. And then move in for the kill. Isn't it nice to ignore 60% damage reduction? More damage from the awesome. It was pretty nice firepower. But we are getting near the end of this fight. And we have one more High camera.
I'm coming for you, cousin. The Directorate dies today.
That's kind of a wrongly timed message from Kamea. Victoria is already gone down, baby. Okay, so do the same with how much of the Jagermech is left? Okay, I'm going to just give it a single large laser. Yeah. This is just a formality. There is nothing exciting here anymore. Camera is quite funky because the walls are blocking, and if I try to move over them. Okay, so we have 3 mechs that we can move before. Only camera. And another full salvo from the Grasshopper. Left side of the awesome is gone. And that's the final salvo ever fired by that awesome. Because it's going down, down, down.
Mission successful.
And with that, we have completed the Sword of Restoration campaign on maximum combat difficulty, should I say. Basically maximum difficulty on hardcore mode without reloading any saves. And as this video showed, just this single Highlander assault mech which I received during the campaign was enough for the last 2 battles. No serious damage, we didn't take any serious damage in this battle. I'm just going to select the salvage quickly. And with that, we are finished with this. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.